good, y'all? Draymond Green had the Hall of Famer basketball player Isiah Thomas on his podcast. Not the one that played for the Celtics. That's like 5'9". I'm talking about Isiah Thomas that played for the Bad Boy Pistons, that won multiple NBA championships. And he has some very controversial comments, man. He basically told Draymond that before Kevin Durant arrived in Golden State, he said, y'all were on the verge of being remembered for one of the biggest collapses in NBA Finals history. And he's basically talking about when Golden State was playing the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Warriors were up 3-1 and the Cavaliers came back from a 3-1 lead that the Warriors had and they won the series in 7 games. We all remember Draymond Green got suspended for kicking LeBron James in the nuts. You know what I'm saying? And the following year is when they got Kevin Durant. And they went to the finals twice and won back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Durant won NBA Finals MVP both of those years. They actually went to the finals 3 times, but the third time they lost because Kevin Durant ended up tearing his Achilles, and the Toronto Raptors ended up winning the championship that year. You know what I'm saying? So Draymond Green responded, and he said Kevin Durant never gets a championship if he doesn't come here. But you don't get to the finals, he said, but you don't get 2 finals MVP if you don't deserve those rings. That's just kind of a dumb thing to say. And listen, man, I agree. Like, let's look at what was happening before Kevin Durant went to Golden State, right? You remember there was that young Oklahoma City Thunder team with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Cephalosha, Kendrick Perkins, James Harden was coming off the bench. That young team back in 2012 went to the NBA Finals against the Miami Heat. This is when the Miami Heat had the big 3: LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade. Did I say that right? LeBron, D Wade, Chris Bosh. You know what I'm saying? So that was a young OKC team. They lost in the finals. Then they ended up playing the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. I believe they were up. It was either a 2-1 lead they had or a 3-1 lead that they had. I don't remember. Somebody let me know in the comment section. And the Golden State Warriors ended up coming back and beating the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the year after the Thunder lost to the Warriors, Kevin Durant decided to go to Golden State, right? Which many people feel like is the most pussy move in NBA history, right? Like, I don't think Kevin Durant is ever going to get full credit for those 2 rings with Golden State, just based off of the fact that you joined a team that beat you, right? You were up on this team either 2 or 3 games to 1, and you let this team come back and beat you, and then you join the team that beat you, you know what I'm saying? And what makes it even worse is the first year that Kevin Durant went to Golden State, Russell Westbrook ended up winning the MVP that regular season, which is impressive because it's like, yo, you know, Kevin Durant, who many people felt like was the best player on that team, you left and Russell Westbrook still won an MVP by himself. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man. You look at what happened after he left the Warriors, right? You look at that final year, obviously, Draymond Green and Kevin Durant got into an argument because Kevin Durant was screaming at Draymond for not passing him the ball. Draymond basically called him a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Called him all type of disrespectful shit while they were sitting on the bench together. And he ended up leaving and going to the Brooklyn Nets, right? So Kevin Durant teams up with Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying? And they end up, you know, never really getting to the finals. You know what I'm saying? They had that one series, I believe it was against the Milwaukee Bucks. I think that's the year that the Milwaukee Bucks won their first championship. Shout out to Giannis. I think that game went to 6 or 7 games. And Brooklyn almost won a game that they needed. But it turns out that Kevin Durant tried to shoot a 3. And his foot was on the 3-point line, so it didn't count as a 3. It ended up being a 2, you know what I'm saying? After that, you had the whole COVID controversy where, you know, basically Kyrie Irving wasn't playing because he refused to get vaccinated for COVID. So he basically was missing a majority of the games. They ended up getting James Harden. So now you had a situation where you got Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving on the same team. And they just weren't able to get to the finals. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think they were able to get to the conference finals when it was James, KD, and Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. Like, just saying that is insane. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, you know, James Harden ends up requesting the trade. He ends up going to the Philadelphia 76ers. Kyrie Irving ends up getting traded to the Dallas Mavericks. And then Kevin Durant goes to the Phoenix Suns. So now Phoenix Suns is on his, now Kevin Durant is on his, third or fourth big three. Now you got Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal playing on the Phoenix Suns, and they were just horrible together. They always looked decent during the regular season, but during Kevin Durant's tenure with the Suns, they got bounced out of the first round. You know what I'm saying? They always got bounced out of the first round or the second round. They weren't able to get to the Western Conference Finals, and the team just didn't live up to the expectations that it had. Now Kevin Durant is on the Houston Rockets. So look at all the teams that Kevin Durant has played for. OKC, you didn't win a ring. Golden State, you won 2 rings. Right? Your third team, you go to the Brooklyn Nets, you don't win any rings. You go to the Phoenix Suns, you don't win any rings. You feel me? Now you're on the Houston Rockets. Kevin Durant is on his 5th team at age 37, and out of all 4 of those teams, you were on big threes. You had a big 3 with OKC, you had a big 3 with Golden State, you had a big 3 with Phoenix, and you had a big 3 with the Brooklyn Nets. You had 4 big threes that you was on. And you only won 2 rings. You went to the finals 3 times with one team, and you only won 2 rings. So it's obvious that Kevin Durant is not a leader. You feel me? When you look at the Golden State Warriors, Draymond Green was the leader of that team. Steph Curry was undeniably the best player. I think some people would say Kevin Durant, while he was on the Warriors, was the best player. I could agree to that. But what you can't deny is Draymond Green was the leader. You understand what I'm saying? And what Kevin Durant failed to understand before he had that argument with Draymond, which caused him to eventually leave, is he overstepped his boundaries as Draymond being the leader. Draymond Green is the one that brings the ball up the court. Draymond Green is the one that, you feel me, is the enforcer. You know what I'm saying? Draymond Green is the one that keeps the team balanced. You feel me? So that's why Kevin Durant couldn't win a ring with Brooklyn, Phoenix, and OKC, because he was never a leader. Even if you look at OKC, Russell Westbrook was the leader of the Thunder. It wasn't Kevin Durant. You feel me? So as good of a scorer as Kevin Durant is, one of the best scorers in NBA history, he's not a leader. And when it's all said and done, he's not a winner. That Golden State Warriors team, the year before Kevin Durant joined that team, they had the best regular season record of all time. And they had already won 2 rings before KD got there. They already won. They already won 1 ring. They had 1 ring before KD got there, because they won 2 with Kevin Durant, so that's 3, and then they won another ring after KD left. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The Golden State Warriors winning that ring after Kevin Durant left and Steph Curry finally getting his NBA Finals MVP, that was the nail in the coffin. That was the proof in the pudding that they never really needed you in the first place. You feel me? They just needed you to basically not have to worry about competition at all. You know what I'm saying? But they really didn't need you. You feel me? So I agree with Draymond Green. And I think that Kevin Durant on the Houston Rockets, I think that this is Kevin Durant's last chance and opportunity to prove to the NBA that he can lead a team to an NBA championship. You know, if Kevin Durant comes up short on this Houston Rockets team, I think this is going to be the last team that Kevin Durant plays for. When it's all said and done, bro, he's never going to get full credit for those 2 rings that he won with Golden State. Even though he hit that 3-pointer over LeBron to help the team win, it doesn't matter, bro. That team was just too good. You had Draymond, Klay Thompson, Steph, Kevin Durant. It's just crazy, bro. Like, you're never going to get full credit for those 2 rings. So with that being said, let me know what y'all think about this. It's your boy Wavy. Stay Wavy TV. Make sure y'all subscribe, thumbs up. Most importantly, leave a comment. I'm out.